POL242osaka2013, Reasons for Disliking Disadvantaged Groups. My research question is, what factors determine how somebody views disadvantaged groups? The purpose of the research is to determine if there are any factors that contribute to people liking or disliking groups who are traditionally thought of as disadvantaged. The data set I am using is CES 2011. My independent variables are how much a person partakes in religious meetings, whether or not special rights should be granted, and how much equality has progressed. Dependent variable is made up of an index that contains 4 of the CES 2011 questions. Each question measures how much the respondent likes or dislikes a group on a 0 to 100 scale. When put all together, the alpha is 0.7906, indicating that the indicators are related enough to form an index. Groups I am studying span from Aboriginal peoples to racial minorities. A recoded index was constructed from the previous data. Responses were divided between low, moderate, and high, each ending at the 33rd percentile. A response of low indicates a general dislike for a disadvantaged group, while a response of high indicates a general like for a disadvantaged group. Hypothesis in literature. My first hypothesis is that respondents who have predominant religious activities in their lives are more likely to dislike disadvantaged groups. My rationale for this is that people who are invested in religious organizations may be prone to discriminating against others because they feel a tight sense of in-group feelings to those who believe the same things as they do. My second hypothesis is that respondents who think minority groups do not need special rights are more likely to dislike disadvantaged groups. My rationale is that reported discontent over programs such as affirmative action in the West could be an indicator of discrimination. My third hypothesis is respondents who think equal rights have gone far enough are more likely to dislike disadvantaged groups. My rationale is that members from dominant groups in society wish to impose their rules over the disadvantaged groups and limit equality to what presently helps themselves, even if members of those disadvantaged groups may need more equality. I will perform cross-tabulations for each of these 3 hypotheses using the different indicators. My first cross-tabulation is religiosity against prejudice toward disadvantaged groups. As you can see, the relationship is very weak. The Kramer's V is 0.065. Pearson's chi-squared is 0.00000, indicating the relationship is not due to sampling error, and the F probability indicates that there is 1 in 1,000 chance that the difference is due to chance. The relationship is too weak to disprove the null hypothesis. My second cross-tabulation measures no special rights against prejudice towards disadvantaged groups. My Kendall's tau C is 0.14395, indicating a very weak relationship. Pearson's chi-square is 0.00000, indicating that the relationship is not due to sampling error. F probability shows that there is a less than 1 in 1,000 chance that this is due to chance. There is a weak relationship between those who think there should be no special rights and those who rank low on liking disadvantaged groups. My third cross-tabulation is enough equality against prejudice towards disadvantaged groups. Kendall's tau C tells me that there is a moderately strong relationship because it is a 2.9. Pearson's chi-square shows that the relationship is not due to sampling error. The F probability is 0.0000, indicating that there is a less than 1 in 1,000 chance the differences are due to chance. I decided to perform a Sheffe test that indicates that each group differs from one another. As you can see, strongly agree, agree, disagree, and strongly disagree are all different. This third cross-tabulation sufficiently disproves the null hypothesis, and that there is some relationship between equality going too far and prejudice towards disadvantaged groups. To summarize, only hypothesis 3 proves that there is some relationship between the 2 indicators that are being measured. In conclusion, future research geared towards disadvantaged groups should look at equality in more detail and should emphasize finding out why many people think that equality should not further evolve.